Continental Portugal is located on the southwestern tip of the Iberian Peninsula and is the westernmost country in Europe, bordered to the north and east by Spain and to the west and south by the Atlantic Ocean. The capital is Lisbon, and the country is known for its great achievements in the 15th and 16th centuries, namely leading the Age of Discovery. Portugal's geographic and cultural positioning has made the country a gateway to the American and South American continent for the European Union, which it joined in 1986, adopting the euro when this new currency was launched on January 1, 1999. Ibérica, Metal Components Industry S.A., was established in 1964 in Águeda, a primarily industrial city in northern Portugal, where a cluster in the two-wheel automotive sector was created in the 1960s. This was also the scenario in which the company began to work in the automotive sector and specialize in technologies applied to metal parts like aluminum and steel. Currently, the company has 87 employees, several of whom have been with the firm for 25 to 50 years, which demonstrates the team spirit we have built here. The company manufactured Cirla bicycles for some decades, closing this production in 2011. At present, the principal technologies are aluminum forging through various mechanical forging presses for aluminum up to 1,000 tons. This technology was incorporated by the company in 2002 and results from a joint development with the University of Engineering of Porto and the Institute of Science and Innovation in Mechanical and Industrial Engineering. And this has been one of the firm's core technologies ever since. The equipment is prepared to produce parts up to 1,500 grams. Turning high-precision machining by working with single and multi-spindle CNC turning centers, as well as multi-pallet machining centers working with aluminum and steel. Anodizing and zinc plating being equipped with zinc plating and anodizing lines, processes that were automated in 2009. Many projects for the auto component industry received this treatment. The company has maintained certification by ISO 9001 since 1999, ISO TS Automotive since 2011, and IATF 16949 since 2016. In 2023, Ibérica initiated the process to implement the Kaizen methodology through Kaizen Institute Portugal. It is also a founding partner of Abimota, National Association of Two-Wheel Industries, the entity that carries out the European Union type approval for bicycles, e-bikes, and cargo e-bikes. By obtaining ISO TS certification in 2011, the company opened up to major two-wheel automotive clients and has since been a Tier 1 supplier to highly prestigious brands with an extensive global presence. After being a family company with Portuguese capital for several decades, in 2014, Ibérica Industry S.A. opened its share capital to an institutional shareholder, also Portuguese, enabling the company to capitalize and prepare for new opportunities. Concerning automotive parts production, currently, Ibérica complements its provision of the two-wheel automotive sector with projects related to electric mobility, signing the first contracts to supply hybrid and full electric vehicles in 2017. The substitution of steel components for aluminum components in the sector was decisive to create this opportunity. The company's ability to work with clients in the development of manufacturing processes for new subsystems was a long journey, with annual quantities adapted to the size of the company at the time, and which enabled us to gradually prepare for the production ramp-up. Currently, the production of metal parts for electric and hybrid vehicles carries the same weight as the production of parts for the two-wheel automotive sector, and the annual production volumes are expected to keep increasing, based on contracts with maturities between 2028 and 2035. Auto brands perform a quality audit on our industrial facilities every year, as we strive to find continuous improvements for the auto parts production process. As far as LEV urban mobility is concerned, after closing down its bicycle production in 2011, Ibérica decided to relaunch this activity in 2016, manufacturing e-bike systems for bike-sharing operations for municipalities, universities, and also company fleets. Some examples of this are the system that combines conventional bicycles with e-bikes in Cascais, a city in the Lisbon region, which was launched in June 2016, and also in Matosinhos, a city in the Porto metropolitan area. Both municipalities belong to the two largest urban regions in Portugal, respectively Lisbon and Porto. Our e-bikes have also been operating at the University of Porto since 2018 in an operation subsidized by the European fund POSER, within the scope of the ongoing strategic decarbonization process. In this operation, the one student, one e-bike, one semester relationship promoted the replacement of individual or collective combustion vehicles used to commute between the home and university with e-bikes. We are also an active member of Portugal Bike Value, which brings together the leading national bicycle and e-bike manufacturers, whether it's our own brand or OEM, currently making Portugal the largest member of the European Union to produce these types of vehicles. That said, what is our current strategic view? Electric mobility in general and urban mobility with the adoption of soft transportation in city centers are two strategic vectors that, along with the reindustrialization process that has been heavily promoted by the European Union, currently represent the basis of the company's strategic vision. In terms of electric mobility, the involvement of the auto parts supply chain with major brands in the four-wheel automotive sector is displaying major growth, based on the execution of various medium to long-term contracts with binding purchase orders until the 2028-2035 window. The increase in the market share of hybrid and electric cars in Europe has been accelerating, and Ibérica is ready to accompany this growth. Regarding the changes taking place in urban mobility in city centers and the adoption of light electric vehicles, LEV transportation, we have been developing e-bikes that satisfy the need for municipalities, businesses, and universities to provide solutions for the widespread adoption of these means of transport. Effectively implementing policies that promote and even exclusively demand the use of these modes of transportation in urban centers is crucial for the growth in sales of these products. In line with the European directives for carbon-neutral mobility, Ibérica incorporated a consortium of major Portuguese and European companies, the Be Neutral program. This consortium is developed through the implementation of a 5G communications platform that touches on three vectors, which have as a common goal the development and industrial production of electric vehicles and their parts. The first vector is for the development of a compact and semi-autonomous city e-bus, which will be led by Toyota Portugal and Salvador Caetano. The second vector regards the development of a compact e-car for car-sharing operations and is led by TMG Automotive, Simulj Plastics, and SEA. The third vector is led by Ibérica and will develop a 2.0 version of the e-bike system that the company already carries, as well as a modular cargo e-bike. This program was launched with the Portuguese Ministry of Economy and involves a total investment of 287 million euros. With all this in mind, let's see how Yamaha MBK has been related to Ibérica since our first project in 1991. We have been supplying Yamaha MBK in France, Italy, the Netherlands, and Spain for more than 3 decades now. During this period, we have supplied Yamaha with more than 100 references, and we are extremely proud to be worthy of this trust and are deeply grateful for deserving the opportunity. Over this time, as the historical data shows, for us, Yamaha MBK has become a client with considerable financial presence, but above all, with a great strategic presence. Because as one of the world's leading brands in the two-wheel sector, every project you have challenged us with has enabled us to build our knowledge and skills. We are currently supplying Yamaha MBK France with 8 references and maintain a close relationship with the company, always eager to embrace new opportunities and new paths presented by Yamaha, such as the Beat project. If we consider Yamaha's strategic vision for Europe regarding the European e-bike market until 2025 and 2030, we believe that at this moment there are two vectors where we can contribute as a Yamaha partner, supplier, and customer. The first is Beat Project Parts industrial production. Our projects, B Neutral and AM2R, approved within the scope of the EU Recovery Plan, funded by the European Commission through the Portuguese Ministry of Economy, define a strategic any project related to the supply chain for electric mobility or soft mobility, where we benefit from a significant subvention for all productive investment requested to attract new industrial production projects to the European Union. The 6 references that we have quoted for the BEAT project are in line with this. Ibérica has extensive experience in various precision machining technologies, namely shafts for the automotive sector. An analysis of the references we have been asked to quote confirms that we are fully capable of producing 6 references. Axle main, gear middle drive, shaft rotor, gear idler, one-way clutch, and gear driven. For this, in addition to the installed capacity we already have, we have at present defined all the additional equipment needed, resulting from a market search of the most reliable and efficient solutions that are guaranteed to fully meet the required specifications. The solutions found involve the complete machining of parts using an 8-spindle lathe of the Schutt brand. This is the equipment currently applied to produce similar parts of other approved brands of European-produced e-bike motors. The heat treatment will be outsourced to one of the 2 local partners Ibérica has been working with for these types of services. The grinding operation and demagnetization will be executed internally using equipment 100% dedicated to this and other BEAT project references. We have identified 2 credible partners for the DLC process. However, we count on Yamaha MBK to help identify a European alternative for ox polish. Regarding the gear idler, this part's specification calls for complete machining, but using a single spindle of the Schutt brand. For the one-way clutch comp, the Boss one-way inner component will be produced from a precision extrusion profile with an outline similar to the final outer contour. Machining will be combined between the lathe and the machining center, ending with the brushing operation. The pawl kick component will be produced from a precision extrusion profile in dedicated equipment developed specifically for this purpose. The final clutch assy assembly will consist of assembling the 2 previous components by means of the spring pawl, which will be outsourced to an external party, followed by demagnetization. Regarding the gear driven, the Boss insert component will be produced in a CNC lathe. The final reference will be executed using palm injection molding and processed by one of our 2 usual partners for this type of service. We consider using returnable packaging for logistical and environmental efficiency. Ibérica wishes to create a dedicated unit to produce these 6 references through implementation of the Kaizen methodology, and is already in contact with Kaizen Institute Portugal for this purpose. The financial and economic capacity, as well as the industrial complexity required to produce these 6 components in the quantity specified by Yamaha MBK, of 200,000 to 300,000 parts per year per reference, are fully guaranteed by Ibérica, should Yamaha MBK wish to entrust us with this project. This will require a 12-month period for the development and full installation of the production capacity, according to the transition period for the European production of these components, which is scheduled for the end of 2024. The second vector is Ibérica's e-bike and Ibérica's modular cargo e-bike development with a Yamaha powertrain solution. Currently, we will initiate the research and development process for an updated 2.0 version of our e-bikes. And at this time, the decision has been made to adopt a central motor, as is the case with the motors that Yamaha provides for OEM e-bikes. Ibérica is extremely interested in powering its e-bikes with Yamaha solutions, and we would like to build a close relationship with the sales and technical department of Yamaha e-bike motors to begin the joint work that is necessary to integrate them in our e-bikes as soon as possible. This project is a key part of the recovery plan for Europe Be Neutral program and will have national exposure and the commercial ambition to supply the European market as a whole. The development of these models is part of the integrated and smart mobility solution conceived by the Be Neutral project. Therefore, e-bikes equipped with 5G connection to mobility service platforms will integrate e-bikes with public transport and city car sharing. Also included in the Be Neutral project is the development of a modular cargo e-bike. Fitted with an ordinary chassis to accommodate a goods transport module for product delivery in city centers, a dedicated module to transport children, as well as an additional module for passenger transportation. This part of the project will involve a group of logistics companies, for example, the Portuguese Postal Service, who will participate in the development of cargo e-bikes in order to adopt this product according to their usage needs. Ibérica is looking for a full powertrain system that is suitable for cargo e-bikes and would like to work together with Yamaha MBK to find the best solution available. We are fully available for any further information you may need, as well as to discuss any further subjects or any questions that you may have.
Committed to quality.
Committed to you.
Thank you very much.
Merci.
We hope that you have found this presentation helpful and informative.
Committed to quality.
Committed to you.
Merci beaucoup.
Arigato.
And we would like to thank you for your time and attention.
Committed to quality.
Committed to you.
Спасибо.
Arigato.
Gracias.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity to do this presentation and for the privilege of working with you for all these decades.
Muito obrigado.
Thank you very much.
Dankeschön.
Muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado.
Now is a good time to say, Yamaha revs our hearts.